Vardaan 1. The Ultimate Boon. Written by Mr. Deepak Sadia. Chapter 12. Where is the temple? A pleasant morning arrived at Uttarasadaka Gurukul. In Gurukul, activities used to start even before sunrise. Everyone knew that health was the priority of the Gurukul. Over the years, everyone has agreed that a sick person can neither be of any use to himself nor society. That's why it was necessary for all the acharyas and students to be completely healthy. When the virtuous acharyas of Uttarasadaka Gurukul understood that it is as easy as thinking to be healthy, it is equally difficult to remain healthy every day. He knew that while the development of civilization has made man comfortable, on the other hand, those same comforts also gave many physical and mental diseases to man. To easily achieve the difficult goal of perfect health every day, 10 principles were formulated by the acharyas, keeping in view the Indian climate, which they also developed as a tradition of Gurukul. This was the reason why activities were started in Gurukul even before sunrise. According to the first instruction of the Gurukul, everyone had to get up about a quarter of an hour before sunrise. Everyone used to do their daily work by drinking lukewarm water without rinsing, and immediately took part in collective pranayama and yoga practice. Unknowingly, everyone's stomach would have been soft. With the help of pranayama, everyone would have been free from diseases, and with the help of yoga practice, all the joints of everyone's body would have become flexible and healthy. Everyone eats raw vegetables as momentarily as the sun rises, eats sprouted pulses after 1 hour and fruits nuts after 1 hour. Some small children also drink milk at this time. All this could have been done comfortably within 2.5 hours after sunrise. After that, everyone would go to their respective classes. In the first class, there was only laughter as well as music, so that everyone's mind would be happily ready to receive teachings. It was believed that by doing work that pleases the soul, beginning in the morning, the mind remains happy throughout the day. With a healthy body and in a good mood, studying becomes much easier as well as more interesting. Gurukul had a habit of such mornings for years, but the first few mornings were strange for the new shishas. On the first morning of Gurukul, the 4 little shishas were watching and understanding all this while rubbing their eyes. "Friends, I do not see the temple anywhere," Dev said while looking around. "That's what I've been looking for ever since I came here." Jagdish also reiterated the problem. "My morning yet not started? I do not do anything without seeing God," Batuk said with a huff. "Found it," Rasik said happily, seeing a corner, and ran towards it as momentarily as he said it. All 3 also ran after him. Rasik hid by leaning against a wall. All 3 did the same. "What happened?" Dev asked. "Be patient, first let the field be empty, then we will attack," Rasik said, rubbing his hands. "The attack on the temple?" Jagdish asked in surprise. Meanwhile, Rasik has gone inside. When all 3 went inside after him, they found themselves cheated. It was not a temple but a kitchen. 5 acharyas and 10 shishas are used to prepare the morning meal together. In front, a boy was bringing a pot of milk from the cow shed which was visible a little distance away. "Idiot! This is not the house of God, it is the kitchen," Batuk said angrily. "I know, this is a house of food, that is why I have come here. My day does not start without drinking milk," Rasik innocently said, staring at the milk. "But friend, we want to go to the temple," Jagdish said while explaining. "Sight of God early in the morning is very important," Dev also explained. "More important than milk." When Rasik asked innocently, Batuk felt like slapping him 3 or 4 times. "Children, there is no temple here," someone said from their back. When all 4 looked back, the Pradhanacharya Dipendra and Acharya Dharmadhikari were standing smiling. All 4 bowed their heads in fear. If Batuk had a chance, he would surely slap Rasik. Just because of Rasik, he felt ashamed. The aged Pradhanacharya was walking in front, and the children were following him with bowed heads. There is no temple here. We started an expedition to find God so that we install him in the temple. But neither any God was seen nor heard. Have you ever seen or heard of any God? When the Pradhanacharya asked, everyone raised their hands. Not an idol of God, the real God, the Pradhanacharya asked, correcting the question. All four looked at each other, and seeing the answer of no in everyone's eyes, they lowered their hands and bowed their heads again. The Pradhanacharya smiled, seeing this. Now, how can we make a proper idol of what cannot be seen or heard? That is why there is no temple here. Saying this, the Pradhanacharya stopped and gave love to all by rubbing their heads. Rain is caused by science, not by God Indradev living beyond those clouds. Trees pullulate, grow and give flowers as well as fruits at a certain time. All this happens by science and not by the grace of God. The Pradhanacharya said, and the children were surprised to hear. Gurudev, who is this science? Can we meet him? Rasik asked curiously. The Pradhanacharya started laughing, and laughingly refused. Why can't we meet him? We won't hurt him. Where does he live? Dev asked innocently. Shishas. It is found everywhere but lives nowhere. It is not even visible. The Pradhanacharya said, and waited for their reactions, as he already knew how the kids would react. If it is not visible, then how can we assume that he is there? He must have been heard. When Jagdish asked, the Pradhanacharya again refused. The children understood at once that they were in danger. This old man who calls himself a guru has lost his mental balance. Those poor kids who had come here to study were assured that this old lunatic would make their lives hell. They have to do many ruckuses to obey him. He is denying the existence of God just because God is invisible and unheard. But he talks about the existence of an invisible and unheard creature named science. Thinking like that in their minds, the children started remembering their parents. Verse the Pradhanacharya understood all that. Shishas, the one who has proof, is called science. Science is a kind of stable thinking that never changes. Vegetables become food by science only. Straw converted into roofs by science. Flowers become clothes through science, and pieces of metal become utensils through science. The Pradhanacharya explained. Kids started to understand to some extent. But all this happens by the grace of God, Jagdish said. Well, tell me, why do we eat food? The Pradhanacharya asked. We need the energy to survive, and we get energy from food, so we eat food, Dev replied, remembering. The other three looked at him in astonishment. Exactly. Now can the food placed in front of you automatically go into your mouth by the grace of God? The Pradhanacharya asked again. All four refused. God doesn't help to take food in the mouth. Let's assume that by the grace of God the food goes into the mouth. So will you get energy just by having food in your mouth? The Pradhanacharya asked. All four were in thought. They started feeling that the words of the old man were different, but correct. Food has to be chewed, then it gets saliva from the throat, then it slowly goes to certain parts of the stomach where certain actions take place with it. Only then the food converted into energy. All this is science, and no God can change this process, the Pradhanacharya explained. Kids loved the way he described it. It took only a few minutes, and the kids understood the concept of science. Gurudev, who created science? Dev asked. Mother Nature. She is also invisible and unheard, but we all feel her presence, the Pradhanacharya said. Will we even feel her presence? Batuk asked curiously. Of course, she meets everyone, she listens to everyone, and most importantly, she gives whatever you ask from her, the Pradhanacharya replied with a twinkle in his eyes. All four became happy after hearing that. What does she give? Rasik asked while rubbing his stomach with his hands. Everything you want. Just like the one I just gave you. The Pradhanacharya replied enthusiastically. Everyone looked at their own hands, and then at the hands of their companions. Then, showing empty hands to the Pradhanacharya, asked a question with innocent eyes. "Don't understand, didn't you want to know why the temple is not visible here? Mother Nature heard your question and answered you through me." The Pradhanacharya replied. All four listened, understood for some time, and got excited when they understood. "And Rasik, you wanted to see milk, so you saw milk," the Pradhanacharya reminded Rasik. Hearing this, all four became even happier. Everyone started making a list in their mind as to what they would ask from Mother Nature. Now the most important and beautiful thing, Mother Nature takes nothing in return for giving, the Pradhanacharya said with a twinkle in his eyes. Just like this Gurukul, my Pitashari had said that only here in the whole world everyone is given free food, accommodation and education. When Rasik told, Acharya smiled and said yes. It means that this Gurukul is not yours but of Mother Nature. When Dev asked, Gurudev laughed a lot. Absolutely Devendera, this Gurukul is not mine but of Mother Nature, not only Gurukul but the whole world belongs to her. That is why we call her Mother Nature. But this milk is yours. When Acharya Dharmadhikari's voice came from behind, everyone looked back. Gurudev, I had just told Mother Nature in my mind that I did not just want to see milk, I prefer to drink it. Being very happy, Rasik said, believing in Mother Nature. I told you, now you guys drink this milk and keep searching while thinking about it, the Pradhanacharya advised them. Search, what to search, Gurudev? Batuk asked, thinking. Seek answers to the questions that come to mind and don't stop until you find them. Acharya Dharmadhikari replied. All four bowed down to the Acharyas. Rasik's full attention was on milk, but the horses of the rest's imagination started running. That was the specialty of Uttarasadaka Gurukul. Here every Shisha used to talk about science and Mother Nature, not God. After a few days of the beginning, all of them used to become scientific-minded. The Shishas were not told the answers, they were made to find them so they would not forget even by mistake. All the subjects were taught to all the Shishas, but as momentarily as someone found a subject of his special interest, he was given maximum time for that. So that those Shishas can get employment after coming out of Gurukul. The Pradhanacharya Dipendra believed that, choose joy as a job. So that every person throughout his life keeps working in joy. By paying attention to a particular subject, the Shishas used to become pundits in that subject, and the knowledge of other subjects made them all-rounders. Acharya Savamanika, who was also an eminent philosopher of his time, had the experience of his life that all people should have a little knowledge of every subject. With this, they can overcome the social and practical difficulties in the matter of their jobs. Giving importance to the thinking of his great philosopher grandfather and former Gurukul's Acharya Savamanika, Principal Dipendra made that system of Gurukul. So that every Shisha not only improves his life, and also helps in improving society. After studying for 4 hours, children used to get tasty and healthy food. Everyone used to know that 1 hour before taking food, everyone has to drink water and pass urine. Nobody should drink water after passing urine. No one should drink water in between meals. Urination can be done after eating, but no one will drink water for 1.5 hours after eating. Just as everyone was told that drinking water while sitting always benefits the body in the same way, everyone was also told that drinking water before meals and with meals reduces Jathar Agni, which hinders digestion. And there is an increase in unnecessary and harmful air in the body. Similarly, drinking water after 1.5 hours of eating helps the body to extract essential juices from the food in sufficient quantity. That theory was also known to everyone, that lukewarm water is the best water for drinking. Extremely cold and extremely hot water is not beneficial. After eating, all the friends used to get time to talk among themselves. Due to everyday rituals, many used to keep their special questions ready for that time. There was enjoyment in such gatherings, and time also passed. All the children used to get involved in sports, as momentarily as they heard about the afternoon. Some play catch-up, while some play hide-and-seek. Older children used to do push-ups, long jumps, wrestle, and go on long runs. Everyone could choose any game of their choice and play it. It was necessary to play only in the afternoon, as it was the principle of Gurukul. By playing sports in the afternoon, the body remains healthy and free from diseases. There was also a belief that just as at the beginning of the morning, laughing and singing, the whole day passes happily. In the same way, playing sports in the afternoon makes a person young for long times, and at the same time he sees the visible benefits of being a human every day, because of which human also thanks Mother Nature every day for giving us human body. Playing is the only activity that does not come under the category of a job. A sport is such an activity that brings maximum true happiness to the soul, with minimum effort. Due to sports, the mind becomes so happy that whatever tension is developed, it gets destroyed automatically, due to which the attainment of a healthy body and good mood is assured. In this situation, studying becomes very easy and interesting for children, and life becomes fun for elders at every age. This was the reason that all the acharyas of Gurukul used to participate in the games. Each game ended with special yoga exercises and shavasana. It was believed that this gives relief to all the joints of the body, and along with the blood pressure, the rest of the systems of the body also help to calm down. After that, everyone was given time to wash their clothes and take a bath. It was well known in Gurukul that a person should take a bath in any season. He should use normal water for a bath. Bathing water can be a little cold, but it should not be hot at all. You take a bath at any time, take a bath slowly and comfortably. Note that no system of your body should feel hurried. Always start bathing from the feet, and slowly move upwards by pouring water on the upper parts. Pour water on the skull only after the torso has been wet, for at least 5 minutes. No matter how long you take a bath, sit comfortably immediately after taking a bath, and drink water sip by sip. After the hard work done in the afternoon, everyone was given Sanj Jalpan. Along with desi cow's milk, goat's milk was also served in the Sanj Jalpan. Then for 1 hour, everyone used to get time to revise today's study, so that it could be confirmed by repeating today's lesson. As momentarily as the night started, everyone used to gather at the satsang bhawana. Instead of answering the questions of the children, the virtuous acharyas of Uttarasadhaka Gurukul chose the policy of satsang. Satsang means to be in the company of good, as well as wise people. In ancient times, people used to go to satsang for brainstorming. Satsang was the trick to finding an appropriate solution to your big problem in very little time, with the help of other good as well as wise people. The biggest advantage of the satsang was that all the chaudhars of the Gurukul became like Keshav Kumar, the first chaudhar of Acharya Krishna Chandra Shastri. That is, instead of accepting the answers, they used to introspect. Through satsang, this introspection happened in public, so many people got answers at the same time. Acharya. In the satsang of Uttarasadhaka Gurukul, it would often happen that one of the older chaudhars would ask a question of his own. Anyone acharyas from all the acharyas would have presented his answer to that question. All the chaudhars and acharyas started thinking about that question. After some time an interested chaudhar or an acharya would comment on that answer. Then everyone churns on that comment. Any interested chaudhar or acharya would have offered his views on that comment. Then everyone started thinking about those views. Anyone who had a mind would have registered his objection or agreement on that, and that process would continue till the whole Gurukul was united on the answer to the main question. Many times it would happen that 2 weeks would be spent on a single subject. No one had any objection to that, because according to the principle of Uttarasadhaka Gurukul, until all are unanimous, there is room for doubt. And where there is doubt, there will be research, whether research is done today or tomorrow. Everyone used to feel peace after the night of satsang. Everyone calms down and returns to the Chatravas. Everyone used to clean themselves well before sleeping. Whoever needed it would also take a bath. The needy would come to their bed after taking a bath, and immediately engage in self-observation, so that all the ifs and buts emerging in their mind become calm before sleeping. After that, everyone would go for urination, and as momentarily as they came, they would sleep comfortably for 8 hours continuously. The education of all 4 new Chatters started in the holy and practical atmosphere of Uttarasadaka Gurukul, and 13 years passed by in no time.